the cleanliness of the oil, sourcing non-GMO, CGMP extraction process, all that. You know, people want to know that we have
oil every day.
Yeah, people are like, well, this is what they want to know. You know?
Yeah, and it came to roost in me where this all comes from. Like, there's this obsession. Oh my God, this oil's gonna kill us. And it comes from the early days of when the first imported hemp oils were coming into the United States. And you had the European faction on one side, and we like to think, oh, Europe, it's nice and clean. I've got this big stack of organic, oh God, I got like 5 kilos of this organic European hemp oil that was just filled with mold toxin, and it's just sitting there. I mean, it's just tens of thousands of dollars that's sitting over there. But that was supposed to be the clean stuff. And then everybody was like, well, the Chinese stuff is coming in. It's got metals, it's got solvents, it's got all this stuff. And there was a lot of crappy, crude hemp oil coming into the States 5-6 years ago when this began. But anywhere that there is a high dollar value, there is an influx of talent that happens. And there's been this fantastic influx of talent into the hemp market. And we've moved from more of an imported market where we're like, cross our fingers, I hope these guys in Bulgaria do a good job, to it being a domestically driven situation. And you've got guys who are coming from the fish oil and krill oil industry with high, with high-grade purification equipment. You've got these guys who are fantastic at fractional distillation, doing this short path distillation, and all of these purification techniques coupled to working with U.S. farmers, where the U.S. farmers are super conscious of bringing a clean product to market. They're looking to recover from some of the losses that we've had in the U.S. agricultural market. One of the interesting things, you'll see a lot of CBD coming out of Kentucky, North Carolina in the coming years, is tobacco farmers reclaim the next product that they can work with. And you're going to find really high-end product being developed and then going through secondary purifications where they pull out the regulatorily compliant aspects of the oil and reject some of the others. So the oils that we're seeing now, we bring these oils in, we're doing domestic sourcing, and we run them for heavy metals, we run them for pesticide and herbicide levels, and it's never this scary blend of stuff that we were getting from the European market before. It's just clean as a whistle through and through, because you've got all these chemical engineers and PhDs applying themselves to this next cash crop. That's a very important thing for our country, really, and agriculture in this country. So we look at these materials and they're coming through crystal clean, and then we bring them into what's really the most premium end of the dietary supplement market, where we get our phosphatidylcholine is coming from these highly refined sources. Most of those are European sources, and these processes for purification have been worked out over decades. All of this stuff has been extensively validated before coming into our labs. Then we're blending these things together. The crew that I have here is really phenomenal. We've got, our master of ceremonies over in manufacturing came from Amgen. We've got our QC woman coming from Thermo Fisher Dharmacon, which was a pharmaceutical company. We've got usually who's running your manufacturing line at a dietary supplement place are not super qualified. We have all CU chemical engineering majors. This is top of the top that we have going here because we have a premium supplement company. We're trying to set the standard for what the highest quality is. Not, we're certified non this and non that. We have a joke internally, we're gluten-free, we're dairy-free, we're GMO-free, and we're efficacy-free. We focus on the highest quality products with the highest efficacy, and we test everything up and down to make sure it's the cleanest product coming out to you. All of this is done under CGMP facilities. CGMP means that, well, see, this is the thing. Everybody talks, oh, it's CGMP. Well, what does that mean? Is it food CGMP? That just means current good manufacturing processes. Or is it supplement CGMP, which is, and these are all ruled by certain parts of the Code of Federal Regulations, or is it pharmaceutical? And where you want to position yourself as a premium dietary supplement company is just south of pharmaceutical. Pharmaceutical grading carries with it a certain level of redundancy. You know, they joked, the Amgen guys joked about the 7 layers of redundancy in QC. Well, you know, a bucket of what they made there, EPO, you know, Epogen, was worth $4 billion. And so they have these levels of redundancy. And so you want to park yourself way above the normal dietary supplement and just shy of pharmaceutical, and that's what we do. There's no need to worry anymore about the horror stories of the early CBD market. All of that is gone, and it's replaced by a supply chain of super high professionality.
Awesome. And that's so important because, you know, of course, our community and all the people that are drawn into this company, they care. You know, we all care about where our ingredients come from and are they the highest quality. And because there's so much stuff out there that's not, you know. So
no, it's not. And one of the things, you know, we were just at a meeting for some of the other work that we do, and they were talking about consumer trust, and these people were digging into, you know, where did you come from? And I was like, well, I was an organic farmer before I was a chemist. In fact, I wasn't just an organic farmer, I was a biodynamic farmer. Like, I was utmost of cleanliness in the food supply. And this is not like last year. This is 21 years ago, back when the lectures, when organic certification was incredibly high, and you had people like Vandana Shiva talking about it's not necessarily a good thing when everything's organic. That means you've lowered the levels of things. So I come from a pedigree where our decisions on what is good for us were done at a really super high level. And that's the decision-making process that I bring forward in deciding what goes in and what doesn't go into these products.
Awesome, and that's so good to hear because there is the organic question. You know, it's like...
Oh, and everybody's like, oh, is it organic? And I'm like, organic isn't what you think it is. I mean, you know, I'll never forget the discussions that were like, it's not going to be a good thing when the McDonald's hamburger is organic. You know, organic, quality is what you want. And you look for the bad players, you look for the good things you want, and you sift through that. Organic is a nice thing to guarantee that certain things aren't in it, but it doesn't guarantee that the things you want are in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so, getting organic is also, I mean, it's very difficult to get in the hemp industries. And the few people USDA will not certify organic. So if somebody says, oh, we have certified organic hemp oil, it's like, certified by who? Because you can't get USDA certification for hemp anymore yet. I mean, that's many, many years off. So if they say they are, it's like, you know, according to you.
Right. Awesome. So this is just so great for everyone to hear and remember who you are as a person and a human, the biodynamic, organic farming. I mean, biodynamic is way beyond organic. And that's just who you are. And Paul, too, being an organic farmer, it's like, you guys care. You guys, and you know, you're going to put the best in our bottle. So, so good to hear that, Chris.